Today is the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are starting the month off with an inspiring Latina woman on a mission to recover the environment.
When she was 6 months pregnant, our next guest launched her own spirits company.
Wow.
And actually her canned cocktail honors honeybees and their role in our ecosystem. So welcome now the CEO, co-founder of Siponey Spritz Company, Amanda Victoria.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So you were 6 months pregnant when you thought of this?
Yeah, just a little bit over 6 months pregnant. I had come from a background in the world of wine and spirits for multi-decades at that point. But of course, I waited till I was 6 months pregnant to launch my own entrepreneurial pursuit.
Wow.
Yeah.
We mentioned the connection to honeybees, so
Yes.
this also kind of helps. Was it recover the environment? Is
Yes.
what you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Me and my partner, Joey Mintz, who is my partner in both life and business, we identified honeybees as the first step to recovering the environment. If we can start with that, everything else should fall in theory into place, hopefully.
Yeah. Wow.
So how does that get incorporated into then creating Siponey?
So in creating Siponey, in one word, we're all about ingredients. So if you think of bees, what do you think of?
Honey.
Honey,
Right.
yes.
Of course, yeah.
So Siponey is just a simple cocktail with straightforward ingredients and a touch of honey. So we use a beautiful aged 4 to 7 year old whiskey in every cocktail. We were the first people to put an aged spirit in a cocktail. In a can.
Wow.
In a can, yeah.
Can cocktail,
On top of it.
yes.
We mentioned at the beginning too, it's Hispanic Heritage
Yeah.
Month. For you being a Latina entrepreneur, what does that mean, especially this month?
Yeah, big time, big loaded question, of course. It's great to have representation and opportunity. That's what I think of when I think of highlighting myself as a Latina in business. I think of my daughter and I think, hey, if she can see that mommy's doing it, she could probably aspire to be a businesswoman herself one day, or anything she wants to be. But if she wanted to do something like this, hopefully she can see the representation of that.
Yeah.
And we're seeing too in this industry with these canned cocktails, like this is huge. So what has this ride been like for you?
Oh, it's been extremely competitive amongst other things. It's very difficult launching a new product by yourself or with a small family company and getting it onto the shelf. So you see this product before you and you're like,
It looks great.
how do you get it to creation to the shelf? And it's a long journey.
Yeah. Any advice for maybe an entrepreneur out there who is wanting to follow in your footsteps?
I always say find a healthy outlet for rejection. There are 100 no's and that 101 yes. So being able to break a good sweat, mental health check-ins, stuff like that is really important when you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Did you ever get to that point with your partner too and be like, what are we
to work
doing?
together.
You know, I mean, you have to be passionate about
We call
what
that
you're doing.
Tuesday. That's a Tuesday for us. Yes, we get to that breaking point quite often, but we do walk ourselves back. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without him. He's a bulldozer, so it's great to have a co-founder like Joey.
Yeah. And a partner in life and also
And
in business.
yes, in life and business, working from home for the most part,
Oh,
during
my
a
gosh.
pandemic, while raising a toddler currently. We have a great support system now, but those first year or year and a half of my daughter's life, the three of us were together every moment of the day creating a product, and we had this opportunity to really ride the creative wave of having a baby. When you have a baby, you're feeling very creative, right? So this was my second baby, our second baby, and then also having the opportunity to be at home all the time with your family allowed for me to really get creative.
Also, the environment part, I did want to say, so you also, I mean, there's like what grants or like 2% of profits go to, right?
Yes, all of that.
Okay.
So we are the first B Corp certified canned cocktail company. What that means for us is that we dedicate 2% of our annual revenue every year back to nonprofit environmentalists around the country and also around the world. People that spend their full time every day saving the planet every single day. It's a big important part of our mission. I thought it was irresponsible to create a company nowadays without putting the environment at the forefront of our business. We saw what Patagonia did just recently.
All
those
their
are
revenue.
so exciting that's a really exciting time. My whole wardrobe will be Patagonia from now on, and I will exclusively be drinking Siponey as a B Corp certified company.
You can feel good about it when you're drinking
well,
it.
cheers to you
Yes,
and your
cheers.
family and to Siponey.
Thank you so
thank you for
much.
sharing your story
Thank you very
with
much.
us.
And to
Thank
keep
you.
following Amanda's journey, you can always go to Siponey.com. You'll find everything there.
Cheers to you.
Absolutely.